Hi, pipe smokers. Yeah, this is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel. I'm Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy. Yeah. It's Saturday. Saturday at 4 o'clock. On December 30th, we're rounded out this year. And what do we have? Yeah, we have a rat race. Hail to the King. Bowl number 37. A 9mm. And in it, we have some single barrel Bengal slices. 2.5 years old. I got that tin on 5/2021. And I rehydrated this, and it just came back like unbelievable moist beef jerky. Look at that. Oh, a Latakia rich blend. Let's start something on fire. Here we go. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Yeah, it smokes great out of this beautiful rat raised bowl number 37 Hail to the King pipe. That is so good. Yeah, so today at 1 o'clock I was supposed to meet with a conservation officer from the DEC, the New York State DEC, Department of Environmental Conservation. Because I'm going to become part of a team. I'm going to become a hunter safety training course officer. And so I put my application in. Made the necessary contacts. Went to, there's a 10-hour course, hunter safety training course. A lot of young men and women go to that. They're 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. And so I went down, and I was supposed to meet this officer. They're actually state police officers, New York State police officers, DEC officers. I was supposed to meet with this gentleman at 1 o'clock, so I got there, waited and waited and waited. Got to be around 1:15. Still no show. So I emailed them said, "Hey, I'm here." Didn't hear nothing back. So I stuck around for almost an hour. Which was fine. A lot of my friends were down there at the Conservation Club of Brockport. It's basically a gun club. So I was, talking with them and so forth. So I hung out there for almost an hour. The guy never showed up. And, I was figuring, this guy's a DEC officer, so their job is to, well, they have many facets of their job, but, maybe the guy got a call or something like that, somebody did something wrong, maybe shot a deer out of season, I don't know, had to go to the call, I don't know, but that's okay. He got my email, and I'm sure that we'll reschedule. These Bengal slices are good. So I've been rehydrating a lot of tobacco that dried out on me. I thought it was going to be good enough, I thought it was going to be good enough that, if I cranked the lid down on this tin, it would be good. But, in the wintertime and so forth, here where I live, the humidity gets down to about 15 to 20% sometimes, which is very dry. And over time, it dried out an awful lot of tobacco. So we've gone through about 70 mason jars so far, which I've rehydrated them in and labeled them. I'm pretty happy about it. Everything is dated, labeled. I know what's in there. That stuff will last and stay fresh and moist for 1,000 years. So I was checking on, so I'm almost finished with that. I probably have about 20 more mason jars about like that. They're 12-ounce ones. That'll hold 1.75 ounces or 50 grams easily. But if you're rehydrating tobacco, you're going to want to, you want to take your time. Don't rush it. Like, for instance, let's take this Captain Earl's 10 Russians. I find it so relaxing to come home at night, I cut the labels off, and then I tape them on the jar, label everything, I've got down my name, exactly what it is, who the maker is, the tin date, when I opened it, all that sort of stuff. And, the thing that you don't want to do when you're rehydrating tobacco is don't rush it. Now, I went and I felt this 10 Russians, which is, it might have originally been like crumble cake, I can't remember, but it's loose leaf now. And I was like, oh, that feels like it's ready. So I dump it out in my stainless steel bowl so I can get a better look at it, and I'm feeling it and mixing it up, and I'm like, oh, she's almost there. About 20% more humidity, maybe another 3 days with, my little I only use distilled water to rehydrate tobacco, or you're going to get mold. So I got these little medallions that you can maybe see in there, maybe not. They're about the size of a quarter. That's a quarter. They're about that size. And, so they soak up the distilled water. So I'm dumping it out and I'm like, almost feels ready. Not quite. So don't rush it. Take your time until you're happy with it. These Bengal slices that I have here that I rehydrated, I may have rehydrated them just a touch too much, but that's okay. It's totally fine. I was watching one of Match's 860's older videos, and he was saying that we're only good stewards of our pipes because they will belong to someone else when we're gone. And that's true. All the pipes I own, all the tobacco that I own, when I go home to the Lord, it's going to belong to someone else. And there's a few people in the YouTube pipe community, 2 or 3 of them, that I want to make sure that when I do go home, they'll disperse my things free of charge through giveaways. But every pipe that I bought new, I have the box. It's dated with my full name, when I bought it, how much I paid for it, all of this information that maybe 100 years from now, or even 50 years from now, somebody will be like, wow, okay, this guy owned it, and blah, 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 blah. Interesting. We're going to take a break. I'll be back in a nanosecond. Oh yeah, so we're back. Oh, love these Bengal slices. Yeah, so don't rush it. Like I said, when I took the tin off of this, the top, kind of felt the top of the tobacco, and I was like, oh yeah, that's ready. Then I dumped it out in that stainless steel bowl, started mixing it around, and I'm like, nah, it's not quite ready. If you're going to do something, do it correctly and do it right. Do it right the first time. Because once that tobacco's where I want it to be, it'll be that way forever. I have one of my favorite shirts on today. I'll show you. I showed people this before. Yeah, you can read it. Does anyone know anyone like that? I ordered that shirt. I saw that online and I was like, I gotta have that. Actually, I posted a picture of this shirt online, and a very good friend of mine on Facebook. I posted it on Facebook. And I says, "What's everyone think about this shirt?" And he's like, "Yeah. An asshole is like wives and girlfriends. They'll ask you your opinion, argue with you, and then do the opposite." Nothing against females, but that was his opinion. I tend to agree with it. Wow. The days are getting longer here now by about 1 to 2 minutes a day, which is nice. Oh, this is so good. This is great. So everybody's plan for New Year's Eve ringing in 2024. Yeah. I mean, I'll be up, but I don't go out on New Year's Eve. I very rarely go out, maybe 2, 3, 4 times a year. And if I do, I don't drive. Because, I want to be responsible. So we have something here called Uber. It's like a cab. So for $20, $30, I can get to and from where I need to go. And if I want a couple pints, don't have to worry about driving and getting pulled over. Or worse yet, killing somebody. Well, that's our Saturday smoke together. Still got about a quarter of a bowl left in her, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers. Yeah, Paul the Pipe Guy. Over.